We're going
Nick,
live.
Nick, let's do it live. All right. Hey, everybody with Picks and Parlays. Welcome to the Net Picks and Chill Show with me, your host, Detroit Lenny, and our hockey insider, our hockey expert, our resident hockey expert of twins. Let's call him that. Nick Earl. How we doing, Nick?
Not too bad. Not looking particularly great to start the day. Toronto is blowing out the Knights. I took a shot at the Knights there because Toronto showed us absolutely nothing so far this season. They're down 4-0. And I did cash the goal in the first 10 minutes with Minnesota and Ottawa. And currently I'm sitting with tickets with the Philly puck line, which I don't think they've woken up or gotten off the plane yet, 0-0 in that game, which looking at Arizona, they may be a team to back first period plus a half a goal. They've hit that in the last 4 or 5 games, just putting that out there. Teams coming out slow against him in Vejmelka when he's in net. He's actually a solid option. Canadiens look good for me, up 2-0. I need a goal from the Ottawa Senators. Plus the goal. I have them plus a goal and a half at -130. I have the under 5.5 with Winnipeg and Dallas. And then later tonight, I have Calgary. I have yes goal in the first 10 minutes with New Jersey and Anaheim. Over 1.5 first period, over 5.5 full game. And then I have the Rangers first period under and Vancouver money line and the Sharks puck line. For the rest of the night, I have a lot of stuff.
You got a lot of little action going on there.
Yeah, I
do
love
you?
today's card. Yeah,
There was a big card. I did like it. I'm on the Wings, obviously, but they're down 2-0 and just started the third period. Yeah, like you said, Maple Leafs blowing out Vegas 4-0. I didn't see that coming. I thought it would be a closer game. I know you mentioned it on Game Time Decision. You were taking the Knights, but. I didn't think it'd be like that, and I'm on Philly. I'm on the Flyers puck line, and it's 0-0 there. But third period, about 4 minutes in. But
yeah, they need a goal and an empty netter.
talk to me, about this game here. I want to talk about this Devils game, the Devils and the Ducks. That game's about to start in a little under an hour. You got a couple different plays on this, and I'm a fan of both. So talk to me about the Devils and the Ducks.
Yeah, this is a triple up spot for me of nothing but goals is what I was going for here. I have first started off with a yes goal in the first period, first 10 minutes. It's kind of like your Yerfy Nerfies when it comes to baseball. That's the way it is in hockey. I had the Vegas Golden Knights one earlier. That didn't cash for the first time in 9 games this season. But I do have the Ottawa one here. Not Ottawa, no, New Jersey. Which has hit 85.71% of the games they've played in this year, 6 out of 7. And for Anaheim, it's cashed in 7 of 10. Next, I moved on to the first period over 1.5, which for New Jersey has hit 5 out of 7 games. For Anaheim has hit 6 out of 10. So both those teams are in the top 10 in percentage for hitting those first period overs. And then I think that just carries on to a complete game over, which on average, I'm trying to find Anaheim's averaging 3 goals a game, giving up 3.2, and New Jersey is averaging 2.71 goals a game, and they're giving up. I'm trying to find the number here, 2.86. So both these teams, plus Anaheim, I think has hit overs in 7 straight games. So I'm also riding that there. We're seeing a lot more offense here from the Anaheim Ducks. So far this season, which was not expected looking at what they did last year. So triple up spot here, first period, or yes goal, first 10 minutes, first period over, full game over.
I mean, if you're going to go, you might as well go. I mean, once you get that first bet that for the first 10 minutes, and then you're looking at the first period, all that, if you're going to go, at that point, you're leading right to the overall bet, which is the over 5.5. I mean, if you're going to go, you might as well go all the way. Interesting thing I've realized talking with you more and more, especially about hockey, is how in depth you get with stats. And I think this is going to be very interesting to some people. By the way, before we get started with this, if you're watching the show and you haven't hit the like button, shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on your neighbor. Shame on your mail lady. All that people. Shame on them. If you watch the show, we give you free content. Hit the damn like button. Hit the share button. We're here for your viewing pleasure. So give us a like, give us a share. But it brings me to this point here. We talked about this a lot earlier today. Live betting trends. I like to live bet hockey. I'm a live bet hockey guy going into the third period. That's my thing. Like last season, we did a lot towards the playoffs. Me and Allie Burns would be texting back and forth. She's watching one game, I'm watching another, and we're like, hey, take this, this, and this. There's a lot of movement going on with hockey and live betting. I'm going to pull this up real quick for you to talk about a little bit more in detail. Talk to me about this live betting trend that you've noticed, I guess, more and more.
Yeah. First of all, I want to say shout out to PSU Auto on Twitter. He updates these pages once every couple days. He does really good work with that. So I just want to shout him out real quick. This is his chart. But this is something I use a lot when it comes to looking at my first period stats and stuff like that. I use it specifically for that. But when it's looking at live betting here, I personally don't live bet. It's just not my style. I don't watch the games. So, but if you guys are looking to live bet, here's some trends you can look at. And one of them is second period overs with Anaheim, Colorado, and Minnesota. Minnesota has hit 7 out of 8 currently. They're in the second period as well.
Nice.
Or they're starting the second period. And then even Detroit, 6 out of 9 games have gone over in the second period, over 1.5. Third period, this is something I've noticed here. Tampa Bay, when they're down, John Cooper has been known to pull his goalie
early
for a longer time too.
Yeah.
And then Edmonton, Boston, St. Louis, third period overs. If you can get it. So hypothetically speaking, we have Tampa Bay and Edmonton. I'm just using these two as an example. And it's 3-1 heading into the third period. Edmonton's up 3-1, whatever. If you can get an over 4.5, or if you can get over 5.5, because that would 3-1 would be 4. So if you can get over 5.5, bet that, because most likely you're going to get over those 2 goals, over the 1.5 in the second period or in the third period. So this is a good chart you guys can use. Over PSU Auto on Twitter. And
I love that. I love those, how it digs into those intricate parts of the game. It's not just first period. You look at first period teams. Some teams you want to fade in the first period. They just start slow.
Exactly.
And like there's other teams like Tampa start fast. Yeah, look at there. Yeah,
New York Rangers, New York Islanders. Bet their first period unders. 1-6, 1-8. I had the New York Rangers first period under tonight, because you can also combine that with the team they're playing, Vancouver, who hits the over only at 33.33%. So this is definitely a spot where you're going to look to bet first period unders with the teams below here and first period overs here. This is a chart I use a lot when it comes to my handicapping. So this is just something to look out for.
And who is that on Twitter? Who's that? To give another shout out to my man over there.
At PSU Auto right here.
PSU Auto, that guy.
In the top,
he's putting in some work right there.
Yeah, I love he's doing amazing work. So I just wanted to give him the shout out for that as well. I highly doubt he watches this, but yeah, this
what
is.
What are you talking about, bro? We have worldwide fans.
Oh, of course, of course.
Not to mention, there's a lot of work that go into that. I mean, I know I'm a spreadsheet guy personally. Like, I'm just old school like that. But for this, I mean, there's stats involved. There's some really deep diving into that. And I love people that do that and get into that, because there's more than, here's breaking news for you people, there's more stats than what ESPN provides. Okay? There's other stats out there. There's other websites. There's other places on Twitter. There's Facebook, wherever you're at. There's just a ton of more stuff. So if you're really starting just now to get into hockey and just now to do that, or start betting hockey, you really need to get a little bit more into teams. And I take it just like I do baseball. We talked about baseball beginning of the season. If you're just pick a division, own it. Like, know that division, know the teams in that division, know each and every one of them, instead of trying to just pick everywhere in anything. Throwing everything at the wall and see what sticks. I do the same kind of thing with hockey. Obviously, I'm a Red Wing fan, in case anybody hasn't realized. That being said, I know the teams that we play with, on a regular basis. So look at stuff like that. Quick update real quick. I'm going to jump over to the chat. Our number one deranged fan, Tim Earl, says Buffalo for the Cup. I apologize, people out there. He wore the helmet. He wore the helmet. Let's just say that. Tim Earl says Fire's goal, though. So there's also that. I need another one for them to cover on the puck line. I need the Red Wings to wake the hell up before I start calling them the Dead Wings, because they're going to piss me off. Look ahead for tomorrow. Let's talk about that for tomorrow real quick. Give me a dog bet for tomorrow. Give me just one. One dog. There's only 4 games tomorrow. Small slate. Very small slate. But give me a dog bet for tomorrow.
Yeah, I've got a dog play for you here, and this is going to piss off a lot of people. Give me the Chicago Blackhawks here against the undefeated Carolina Hurricanes. This is a good situational spot when it comes to these Chicago Blackhawks. They're coming off their first win of the season. They beat the Ottawa Senators 5-1, and now they have the Carolina Hurricanes coming in, who they just saw not too long ago. And they did lose 6-3 in that game, but I think this is a decent spot. They're at home. Marc-Andre Fleury's been playing much better as of late, and I think this is a spot where Blackhawks, I think this is a spot where potentially they can win this game.
Now, here's the thing. We've talked about this in detail before last week on Nitpicks and Chill. We've talked about it on Game Time. There's a lot of drama. We won't go into detail about it, but there's a whole hell of a lot of drama that's going on with the Blackhawks organization, which spilled over to Florida Panthers and their head coach resigning, stepping down, fired, whatever the hell you want to call it.
Resigning.
Yeah. Does that play into this? Or are they trying to rally here, or do you just think it's a spot value?
I think there's a value spot here. I just think this is a good situational spot here for the Blackhawks coming off of that first win. Kane, in that win, had a hat trick. It's huge if you can get production from Patrick Kane and that top line. And start getting Seth Jones in there as well for that top defense pairing. And get some goals for these Blackhawks. They need to start scoring. They put up 5 in the game last time, and the Ottawa Senators just tied it with the Minnesota Wild. But there's your second period over there with the Minnesota Wild. That just
3-3.
Yeah, just tied
3-3.
Second period over hits. So
Wild come out, score 3 goals first period. Next thing you know, Ottawa's tied it up, and there's still 16 minutes in the second period. So that period just started, and they're 4 minutes into that period, and they've got 2 goals.
What happened was Ottawa scored a goal. Minnesota challenged it. It was unsuccessful, so they went right on the power play. Because if you didn't know that's a penalty for challenging, and it's a delay of game penalty if you challenge and you're incorrect. You don't lose your challenge.
It's not like football where you lose a timeout or anything like that. When you challenge in hockey, for your new viewers or kind of new to hockey, you like hockey but you don't know if you want to bet it kind of thing. If you can challenge in a hockey game, but if you are unsuccessful, it's considered a delay of game penalty, and the other team now goes on a power play. So that this situation can really screw you there on that, because you're challenging a goal. Yeah, you're challenging a goal, and if you lose, and then you go on a power play, now you're down 5 guys to 4 or 4-5, and now they score again. They're right back in this game. It's 3-3, and there's over half the game still to be played. So, Ottawa, good job. Or I should say Minnesota.
The second period over.
Good job. Ottawa, good job. Minnesota, there's that. By the way, the Jets and the Stars are tied 2-2.
2-2 now?
2-2. Flames and the Predators are still at 0-0. Flyers up 1-0. 9 minutes left in that. I need an empty netter just to cover the puck line.
Goal here from Philly.
And it looks like the Maple Leafs scored. They're up 4-0. We said that. So there's 7 minutes left in that game. They're just riding that game out. And the Wings, I don't know what to tell you there. Just don't do it.
Cashing my Canadians bet. That's what I'm telling you here.
Whatever. Nobody cares about Canadians. USA. No, I'm just kidding. But that's going to really wrap it up for us. You got anything else you got to go over for tomorrow? Anything you really, truly like, love, hate? I mean, I know it's a small slate. I'm putting you on a spot here.
Probably,
this is what I do.
Probably the Blackhawks, and a quick glance at it. I only have 3 lines up. Probably an early lean towards the puck line for the Avalanche, and a lean towards another ugly home dog with the LA Kings against the St. Louis Blues.
See, we're going to debate this real quick because I'm kind of liking Columbus in Colorado. Not just because I hate Colorado as a whole.
I haven't bet it yet. I need to take.
But I'm waiting to see how that line comes out tomorrow. I know you're an early bettor. I know you like the lines early and stuff like that. But I kind of want to see if I can get some value, maybe with the Blue Jackets on the puck line, maybe because Colorado seems to be set. They're over a 200 favorite, so maybe I can get some good value on Columbus in the on the puck line. And I like St. Louis to destroy.
Or minus 135.
I'll take that.
I'll take under. I'll probably look Colorado in regulation. I'll probably be able to get that for around, I don't know, minus 140-ish.
So, that being said, this will bring me up to a good point that I just thought about this in my head because I'm so smart. I would maybe think Columbus with the puck line for 130, 135-ish, whatever, depending on your book. You just mentioned that you would probably go Colorado in regulation for about the same juice, 140, depending on your book. We're within 10 cents of each other. So, that being said, do you tend to go more the better team that you're looking to win in regulation for the better juice? Because obviously Colorado, let's say they're minus 200, which I think they're minus 210, 200. We're not laying that kind of juice. No. So in regulation, though, like you mentioned, you can get minus 140. That's a lot better odds. But do you just take that, or do you look more towards getting that goal and a half? Like, I like the puck line. I like taking. Yeah, I like Columbus getting the plus 1.5 at minus, let's call it 130. You would rather take, it sounds like Colorado in regulation at minus 140. We could both win that game. I mean, correct. A 3-2 game, we could both technically win that game and be about the same juice. But I'm just saying, like, it's two schools of thought, so I guess I'm more asking you where you go.
Yeah, it's two philosophies here. Yeah, and I remember last year I bet a lot of regulation plays rather than playing puck lines. I played a little bit more puck lines so far this season than I probably wanted to, especially when it's playing puck lines against teams playing Arizona. And I've played those a lot, but honestly, I don't play too many puck lines. Last year I was a very much more regulation because you only have to win by one. Just can't go to overtime is really the idea for it. So usually I'm more of a regulation person than I am with puck lines, but I have bet more puck lines than regulation so far this season.
Fair enough. I'm just curious because you just brought that up because I was on the puck line. You were more in regulation. I could see both. I could see both ways.
Yeah.
Tim says no, just no.
Yeah, he was talking about Chicago. And I mean, I've probably bet more plus 1.5 than minus 1.5. I definitely bet more plus 1.5 this year so far than I did last year, because I like some underdogs that, I mean, I've done this with the Kraken a couple of times where I take them plus 1.5 when they're big dogs. Teams I'm expecting to play lower scoring games, I'm more inclined to taking the plus 1.5. And the nope, they didn't. They waved off that goal. It looked like Ottawa just scored, but they waved it off. It looked like he hit into the goaltender. But back to my train of thought here. Yes, by the way, yes, that's called the three-way line.
Yes, in regulation, three-way line, same difference.
Yep.
Frank is also laughing at Tim. But KJ brings up a good thing. Any live bet you like right now?
I don't live bet, personally. I gave out these notes just for the people who do like live betting. Mm-hmm. Give them numbers to go off of instead of just trying to read a game. Give you a little bit of extra information there. When it comes to like third period.
I love it.
What they do in the third periods. Like if I were to live bet, it would be a total more than it would be a team. Last year it was a little bit of the opposite where I would wait for a team to go down 1-0 or bet a dog, wait for the dog to score a goal and bet the favorite at a plus price.
I'm losing time on this, but I would say, if anything, I would take Flyers. You can get the Flyers right now on a live bet on my book. Flyers -1.5 at +110. It's 1-0 with 6 minutes left. I'm hoping, I already have a bet on the Flyers puck line minus the 1.5 anyway. So I would kind of tend to go more. I'm hoping for an empty netter. Coyotes are obviously going to pull their goalie. They're obviously going to try and tie that game. Empty netter, this game ends 2-0. +110.
We saw that a few games ago with the Coyotes when they played the Capitals.
Yeah.
And that we got super lucky on that game. And one thing I've noticed is that maybe, and this is only when Vejmelka is starting for Arizona, first period unders. He's looked really good in the first period. The first period puck lines plus a half a goal for Arizona have cashed in 4 of the last 5 games. So those are some things you got to look at. If you're looking at Arizona, and I've done the same thing with Arizona in the entire year. Oh, they suck. Well, yes, they do suck. But in the first period, teams are coming out flat against them. People are like, oh, we're just playing the freaking Coyotes. We should be fine. And next thing you know, it's 0-0 at the end of the first. We saw that with Carolina being down 1-0. We saw that with Philadelphia being tied 0-0. We saw that with Washington being tied 0-0. First period puck lines are cashing for these Arizona Coyotes.
Yeah. And that's another thing, too, is, if we are looking at Arizona Coyotes and we're like, hey, they suck, whatever.
Hey, the goal
other
is
teams
allowed for Ottawa. The goal is allowed for Ottawa.
4-3 Ottawa. Frank White says that they were Wild was tied. Now it's 4-3, Frank. Yep, I got you, Tim. Goal Senators. And then Roland says, watch the Jets and the Dallas could also puck line plus money. So hockey is very particular. You got to stay on top of it. And sometimes there can be too many games and you're all over the place or whatever. A night like tomorrow when there's only 4 games on, I'll watch a lot. And this is a good spot to get. You could jump in and get some plus money action in the middle of the game. Winnipeg right now 3-1. I think they just scored. Winnipeg did over the Stars, so it's 3-1.
Now I'm going to start to sweat out that under 5.5.
Yes, because you still got about half that game to play. There's about 12 minutes left. And I could have
one more goal. Granted, this is the Dallas Stars.
Yeah. Dallas tends to play more defense-oriented games.
Hence, they've got under in every game this year.
Yeah, so you got to, watch stuff like that. 4.5 minutes left in that Flyer game. By the way, in case anybody's watching the World Series, Game 6, 3-0 3-0 Atlanta. We need Astros to force a Game 7. But that's going to do it for us, everybody. I appreciate everybody stopping by, hitting the like button, giving a share, all that stuff. If you guys have not already, Nick Earl over here with his brother Tim, Earl Sports Bet Show. Links in the description. Go to YouTube, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications, all kinds of free content over there. I always appreciate these guys. Also, if you have not already, I will pull up the group page for Morningwood. Facebook.com/group/Morningwood Picks. Big, huge contest prize at 1,000 members, and we just hit 900, I believe. I believe we're less than 100 away. If not, we're real damn close. So, if you have not already joined, you should be a member of that. Because if you don't like contests, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't even go over there. If you don't like free money, don't do it. Richie P already hit the like button. Yeah. I appreciate you, sir. How many TVs you guys have going on? I got one TV, but I got 3 computer screens going on.
Well, yeah, so I'm currently in my office, so I have my laptop here and I have my monitor right here, and my brother's monitor over there that we watch games on.
Yeah, I got a TV there. I got the monitor I'm on right here. Laptop there. I got another monitor. Plus, I got the cell phone going. So I can watch up to 4 to 5 games. I apologize for Tim in the background. Sometimes we let him out of his cage, and that's where he's at.
Yeah,
so,
I didn't mean to leave him, let him in the.
Who's supposed to be watching him? Whose job was that?
Not mine.
Yeah, my boss has 6 TVs going on Football Sunday.
Smooth.
I used to. I should start getting back into that because there's no reason for me to watch the Lions. So I appreciate everybody stopping by and watching Net Picks and Chill. We are here every Tuesday night, 6 o'clock Pacific time, 9 o'clock Eastern. Take care, everybody. Good luck on all your bets, not just the NHL bets, but for sure, let's go Flyers right now.
Yeah, come on, Flyers.
I know. Ugh. Oh, did that game end? Wait, hold on. Oh, no. 3 minutes left. Flyers up 1-0. Come on, man. This is the time they're going to score. All right, guys. Good luck, everybody. We're out of here. Same old Lions. Yep, I know. 0-17. Take care, everybody. Good luck.